Oh man, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs will say this too, is that you're making a difference.
Okay.
And people value what you do and need what you do, so it's sustainable for them. I mean, if you could come up with an idea that will make people's lives better, then, I mean, everything will fall into place.
Hello, this is Marco LoCo. Welcome to Marco LoCo TV. My name is Marco LoCo. I'm your host for Inside a Great Mind, where we interview entrepreneurs, leaders, achievers, game changers for the purpose to inspire and inform you. Today on episode 74, we are so great to have Mr. Seaman. How are you, Clay?
Doing good, thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. So tell us, who's Seaman?
So, I grew up in the area. I've been here for a long time, been a part of the restaurant scene and that for years, and yeah.
So you just started like a new venture?
So this new venture, we've been kind of talking about it since last year, before the pandemic.
Is it before the pandemic, actually?
Yeah, it was just, actually, we've been talking about it since March of last year, and then bam, it happened.
So it kind of coincides, with the pandemic.
Yeah, actually, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what triggered you, to start this local? It's called LoCo, actually, right?
Yeah,
so,
Omaha LoCo, LoCo.
Okay,
yes.
so what triggered you, to start that venture? Yeah.
Well, we've been a part of the restaurant scene, the local scene, and we know like the suffering that was been going on, with these delivery services, and we got wind of a co-op that was started up in Iowa City, and it's called Chomp.
Okay.
And
it's called Chomp?
Yeah, Chomp.
Okay.
And one of the restaurants was just like wanted to do delivery on his own because it's so expensive using these other delivery services, and the customer service and everything that went along with it just wasn't up to their standards. Because I mean, these restaurants, they put their blood, sweat, and tears in this, right? And they need to have control and manage every facet of their business, but yet they can't hire their own delivery drivers to do this. It's so expensive. So he got together with these other restaurants in Iowa City and said, hey, what do you guys think of this idea? Why don't we form this coalition, this co-op, and let's just do the deliveries ourselves. At least a good majority of them. Okay. And that's what they did. And there's a restaurant that was in Iowa City that had one down here in Omaha, and we got introduced, and and it's like, this needs to be done down here. And we're like, this is such a brilliant idea. Form the co-op and the restaurants still have that control. So that's kind of one of the best things about it, because the restaurants still want to have that, you know what I'm saying?
So what is the name LoCo? So that's how you guys come with the name LoCo? That mean local? Is that, or what is the meaning of the name?
Yeah, just a kind of a branding thing, LoCo.
Okay. So what makes LoCo more unique than the other competitors out there?
Oh, what makes us unique? There's so many.
Okay.
Probably, like, for me, knowing their needs, what they want as well, and helping them to achieve that. It's great that I'm able to talk to them one-on-one. They could call me. So having local staff here, especially a part of this delivery service, where if there is an issue, they know that they could get a hold of me. They can't get a hold of me, they could email me.
Okay.
They can't email me and they still don't. They could be knocking on my doors and, hey, we got to get this thing figured out. But we have dispatchers here in Omaha. All of our staff are here. So that's great for them.
So it run on the same model like Grubhub, like you choose your restaurant, like James right now, where we are right now doing this chat. So those restaurants will be part of the group. Is that pretty much, and then people will call in, and they will get the deliver. So you guys have deliverers out there, like Uber Eats type thing. Is that the same model?
Yes. So anybody could go to the and get the app, get LoCo, LOCO, and download the app and create the account. Takes them just a minute, and they could start ordering, right away. They just look at the restaurants that we have on there,
okay,
and select whatever one that they want, just kind of like the other apps. And once they process it, it sends alerts to like Jams here on 170th.
Okay.
Here at Legacy, the restaurant gets the alert off of a tablet that we provide, and they process and confirm the order, and our driver comes up. Everything is scheduled through the technology that we're using. Yeah, and that's pretty much about it. It's kind of the same concept. But what really sets us apart is just having that local staff here. Because I know, like, when we talk to like customers, when we call them if they've got an issue, or just letting them know, kind of like, hey, your order might be about 5 minutes late. We just wanted you to give you a holler and let you know what's going on with your order. So when we reach out to the restaurants, the drivers, the customers, we're all doing it here locally. But when they get that phone call from us, they're just in awe, because they're just like, I can't believe somebody's actually calling me. I mean, even the drivers, we know our drivers, they're just not like another number.
Okay.
We have conversations with them, we highlight them. We just did a bite on one of our drivers that we posted on our website. We built like a profile, hey, here's one of our drivers, and so the community could kind of know like who is delivering their food.
So how many restaurants do you have in your network right now?
So right now, we launched on February 8th, and we've got 56 active restaurants on the app.
Okay.
We probably have 20 plus that are waiting to get onboarded. The long process of getting the menus, right when we throw them up on our website, it takes some time because the restaurants have to approve those. There's a whole process with that. But yeah, it's going like really, really well. One of the things that everybody always wants to kind of know is how are things going? What are the problems? What are the issues? Really, the delivery side has been going really smooth. It's just having some issues with maybe things coming up missing, or the orders are not being, that we've been kind of working with.
Okay, so how many more restaurants can you add up at this initial phase, or are you capped right now?
We could have as many restaurants, as that comes our way. I know we have some restaurants that we just that verbally said, hey, we want to be on this. So now we're starting the process. I mean, we have no cap. I know, like up in Iowa City, I think they've been around for 3 years. I think they're heading to their 4th year, I do believe. And I think they got 150 restaurants on board. And this is Iowa City, right? So could we be at 150 in a couple months? It could possibly happen.
Yeah. So what are some of the challenges that you're facing right now, and also some opportunity that you see ahead?
I think the challenges are just getting everybody onboarded. I think that's probably the biggest thing. We have plenty of drivers.
Okay.
And more drivers are applying like every day, which is great, because once we really start, growing even more, we're going to need those drivers. And they're getting paid really well. Because a lot of people are like, well, how does that work? Drivers get paid every week. We have a flat delivery fee of $2.99, and anything outside of that 3 miles is an extra 99 cents per mile.
Okay.
So the first 3 miles is $2.99. The driver gets $1.69 of that. Anything outside of that, they get the whole 100% of the 99 cents. So they'll get $1.69 plus if it's 4 miles, they get 99 cents extra. They also get the tips as well.
So it looks like you have started that businesses in the past before jumping into this new venture. When it comes to entrepreneurship, especially starting a company during a pandemic, what are some of the teaching or lessons you can tell people out there?
I tell you what, one of the things that was just crazy about this was that it's really taking off, and never ever thought that we would be opening up a business during a pandemic.
Okay.
I mean, that's just it's insane. But we came up with this idea off of Iowa City and Chomp, and I mean, it's just a lot of time and effort and hours and figuring it out, and we're still figuring it out. I mean, it's not perfect, but we are doing a heck of a job. We got the best staff that's working for us. Everybody's buying. We came up with this idea. We shared the idea. That's probably one of the biggest things, is just kind of letting people know about this idea and why it's, what I'm saying, working with the right folks and just talking about the idea is probably one of the biggest things, because whatever you do, you've got to hit the right market and.
Well, as we know, every entrepreneur or startups out there, you work a lot of hours, there's so many challenges. So what keeps Clay moving? What gives Clay the courage, the joy to keep moving every day?
Oh man, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs will say this too, is that you're making a difference.
Okay.
And people value what you do and need what you do, so it's sustainable for them. I mean, if you could come up with an idea that will make people's lives better, then I mean, everything will fall into place. And we're fortunate and lucky enough right now that what we're doing is really affecting a lot of people. Not only the restaurants, saving them time, money, all that, but the folks that are ordering from the platform. As an example, one of our restaurants.
So what do you have to tell to somebody who wants to start business right now, who's in the fence because of the pandemic? What would be maybe 1 or 2 advice or tips that gonna be really valuable, something more tangible and practical that you can show that person out there?
Well, I know somebody that wanted to open up, and if you have an idea and you've always wanted to do it and you got the passion for it, then just do it.
Okay.
Because, I mean, most businesses fail, but at least you know that you tried. And don't be scared of it. Just do it, I think, is probably the biggest thing. I was talking to a guy who's been wanting to open up his own business for years. And he's got the passion, he's got the idea. Everything just falls into place, but just too scared. And he's been passed up many, many times of great opportunities, having partners that are like, hey, this is a great idea, let's do it. But no, I don't know, it's just, I don't know if I want to do this or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, finally, after 10 years of all these what ifs and no, I'm scared, he's doing it.
That's good.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm like, dude, you just got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Yeah. Clay, if you were to be an animal, which animal would you be and why?
Oh, that's an easy one.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Usually people find it hard, to answer that question. So it's easy for you.
I would say a dog, because any kind of dog, because dogs are always loyal.
Okay.
And I have always been loyal in my my work history, my work ethic. Growing up on a farm, just being loyal. If you're going to start something, you better finish it, regardless of whatever it is. And I've always been there regardless for all my employers and family and friends, and anything that I start, whether it's sports or anything like that, it's being loyal.
Yeah.
I think you just got to do it. So,
okay. Clay, what would be your last advice tip to my audience?
To the audience, I would say kind of like what we were talking about earlier, if you've got a great idea and people tell you that, hey, this is a great idea, you should do it, I think you should do it. Don't be afraid. If you got the passion and stuff for it, I think you have to. If people are telling you, then you should just at least try it. I think you have to. Because the next thing you know, somebody else is doing it, or you're put into a place that you're like, I wish I would have done that 2 years ago. So I think, yes, that would be it.
Clay, thank you so much for your time.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching episode 74 with Clay Seaman of LoCo. I hope you enjoy. We'll see you next time.